If you're recovering from an injury, just getting started with an exercise routine, or perhaps just need some variation to your strength workout, I have some great exercises that will help build your leg strength. To keep you motivated and moving forward, see if you're eligible to join us for one of our virtual live classes at SilverSneakers.com. We're going to use a chair for seated support. If you have a small kids play ball, we'll be using that as a tool for some of our exercises. And if you don't have a ball, no worries. I'll show you options you can do without the ball. Sit forward in your chair. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. Bring your ball between your thighs. Chest up, shoulders back and down. Take a nice deep breath, inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze your knees together and release. If you don't have a ball, you're going to simulate the movement by squeezing and drawing your knees together, squeezing your inner thighs, and release. We'll do about 8 repetitions of each exercise. Good. So we're going to squeeze, hold, and then release, and do that again. Squeeze, hold, and release. Good. Squeeze your gluteals. Let your belly button be drawn in. Nice, and release. We'll do that 2 more times. Last one. Great. So take the ball, put it down on the floor, and we're going to put our left foot up on the ball, chest up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Take a big deep breath, inhale, and as you exhale, press your foot down into the ball, and then release. Inhale, exhale, push. Now, if you don't have the ball, you can have your foot on the ball of your foot and then press your heel down. So lift your heel and then press, squeeze your gluteals and release. So wherever we are, we'll press and release. Try not to let your torso come forward. Sometimes we want to do that. I want us to really focus on engaging our gluteal muscles, hamstring muscles, and then release. So use your leg muscles for this exercise and release. Try to keep your other foot connected to the floor. Sometimes it wants to pop up. Keep it anchored, press it down, and release. So we'll do this 2 more times. Squeeze and release. And last time, squeeze and release. From here, extend your leg out and then roll back in. And we'll do that again. Extend out and roll back in. Now, if you don't have a ball, flat foot out and then drag back in to engage more of your hamstring. Flat foot out and then drag back in. I love this with the ball because it really gives us great leg strength, building the muscles around our knees, in our quadriceps, hamstrings, lower leg, but without putting a lot of pressure on our knee joint, and I think that's important. Now, thinking about your floor surface, I have a carpeted surface, so it provides a little bit more friction. That means it's a little easier for my foot and my foot to stay connected to the ball. But if you're on a tile floor or a wood floor, sometimes the ball wants to slide right out. So you have to work a little harder to keep your ball connected underfoot. It's worth the practice. Last one, and then release. So I'm going to readjust my foot on the ball. Chest is up. Next exercise, we're going to drop our knee to the outside. I'm rolling the ball to the outside of my foot. Lift up, and then roll to the inside of my foot. My knee drops to the inside and up. So drop to the outside, lift, and to the inside. If I didn't have a ball, I would just roll my leg out, up, and then in. So we're working on internal and external rotation through our hip. Keep your chest up nice and tall. Out, squeeze your gluteals, drop in. Good, and we'll go out, up, and in. Just a few more, and we always want to work within a pain-free range of motion. So minimize the range of motion if that feels better for you today. We'll build on to bigger ranges of motion as we get a little bit more strength in our legs. One more time out, and one more time in, and then hold right here. Readjust your foot on the ball. Give me little circles in one direction. I don't care what direction you go to. This builds nice mobility through our hip, knee, and ankle. And then we'll go in the other direction. And again, if you didn't have the ball, you might just circle your foot hovering over the top of the floor. And we'll go 4, 3, 2, and take a little break there. All right, I'm going to reposition my left foot on the ball and then sit up nice and tall. My left foot is going to be the anchor now, but it's an unstable surface. I'm going to lift my right knee up and then put it down. If I don't have a ball, I might have the ball of my foot on the floor, heel is up, lift and lower. But I do want your left foot connected to the floor no matter what. We don't lift both feet off the floor when we're in a seated position. It can put too much strain in our low back. So instead, we use the ball as an awesome tool to provide just a little bit of instability so that we have to work a little bit more on core strength, finding our stability, and then finding balance. All right, that's the last one. Take a little break there. The next thing that we're going to do is just lift our leg, flex your foot, extend your heel out, connect it to the floor, lift back up, and press down. Now, hip flexors sometimes want to take over. That's why we're anchoring our heel down to the floor. Then a little lift and a little press. We won't do too many. I'm going to push my left foot down, my right heel to the floor, lift and lower, and then do that again. Good. Now, you might feel a little bit of heat, a little bit of effort in your quadricep. That's not a bad thing. That's how we build strength, but no joint discomfort. So if you find that your hip flexor is getting too tired, maybe don't lift up your leg quite as high. And we only have one more that we're going to do here. Perfect. And then the last exercise that we're going to do, with your left foot staying on the ball, we're going to lift our right heel up and then put it down. Right heel up and put it down. And if you didn't have the ball, I would just keep my left heel up, but I'm lifting and lowering my right heel. Good. I'm going to bring the ball back in. So we'll do 4 more. Come way up on your toe. Seated position allows us to get much bigger range of motion than if we were standing. Standing, we'd have a little bit more strength because we'd have our body weight, but seated allows us bigger range of motion. So let's work that and then release. Perfect. Take your left foot off the ball, put your right foot on. We're going to repeat all of those exercises on the other side. Do you remember how we started? Chest up, always. Shoulders back and down. That's it. Big deep breath. Inhale, and on the exhale, push down. Inhale, release. Exhale, push. Feel your gluteal hamstring engage and release. Try to keep your torso up nice and tall. I know, I have the temptation as well to try to lean into it, let my torso help. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but I want to make our glutes and our hamstrings work just a little bit more. Can we do 4 more? There we go. How about 2 more? It's good to count them down, know that we're almost done. All right, and then release. Next exercise, we roll out, and then we roll back in. And you can put a little bit more pressure down on the ball. Just depends what's right for you. If you're just getting started using the ball, if this is the first time doing this type of exercise, you do have to learn the right amount of pressure so that the ball doesn't slide out from underneath your foot. That's part of the exercise. It's okay. Takes a little practice. And then once you feel good staying connected with the ball, we're just going to roll out. I'm pressing my heel down. I'm pressing my heel in as I drag back in. Remember, if you don't have the ball, it's a flat foot out, then drag back in. Let's do 2 more. And let's do 1 more. Once you've got your foot back in, I have to reposition my foot on the ball. And then we're going to roll the ball to the outside of our foot. Knee drops to the outside. Lift up and then to the inside. Find the range of motion that's right for you. This is a really nice mobility exercise for your hip joint. But there's a little bit of strength building that's going on. I can feel this all around my upper thigh, inside, outside of my thigh, working through my hip. Just find the range of motion that's right for you. Maybe bring your foot out in front of your knee just a little bit more. Good, roll side to side. Take your time. We'll do 2 more. And last one. Lift. Perfect. All right, I'm going to reposition my right foot on the ball, lift my chest up, feel nice and steady on the seat of my chair, and then we're going to roll our foot around in little circles. Increasing mobility in our knee joint. That'll help strengthen around our knee joint so that we can add on more leg strengthening exercises in time. All right, last one, and then pause and then go the other direction. Take your time, just roll those circles around. And we'll go 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, pause here. Now again, my right foot's on the ball. I've created an unstable surface. If you don't have a ball, your toes stay down on the floor, your heel is up, but you do need to stay connected. And then we lift our left leg up and release down. Lift. I want you to flex your foot. Draw your toes up. Feel strength on the top of your foot, the top of your ankle. We'll do 4 more. Exhale, inhale. And last one. Good. Take a little break. All right, now we lift and extend, draw in and press down. There's only 8. Take your time. Here we go. Lift. Let your heel connect to the floor. That'll release the hip flexor. Then up and press down. We'll do it again. Lift. Push your heel forward. Connect. Lift and down. Belly buttons are in. Good. Sometimes I move my arms, these running man arms. They just help me feel like I can push my leg forward a little bit more. You can keep your hands on your thighs if that feels better for you. I almost feel like it helps me with my upper body stability. How many more do we have to do? Are you counting? I hope so, because I lost track. Let's do 1 more for good measure. And release. Perfect. Do you remember how we finished? Calf raise. So we're going to lift, come way up on your left toe, and then push your heel down. Lift, and then lower. Good. Keep your right foot connected on the ball. It's an unstable surface. It's going to add to the work that we're doing here. Lift and lower. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. Just 2 more. And last one. Excellent. Lift your right foot up, take it off the ball, reach to the side, grab the ball and put it in the chair. Nice job. Just to kind of warm down, I'm going to lift my left heel up and then switch with my right and then left and then right. It's just a nice little pedaling exercise just to kind of work from our feet through our ankles, knees, up into our hips. Just to kind of warm things down after all the strength work that we just did. Let's finish. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your right heel out and in. Now your left heel out and in. And then right, out and in, and left. 1 more time right, 1 more time left. And then the last thing that we'll do, just for a little bit more mobility, lift your right knee up and out, up and in. And now the left side, up and out, and up and in. Good. Think about lifting your leg up and over an obstacle, then come back in. It doesn't have to be a big obstacle. It can be a small one. Maybe you don't open quite so much today. Do what's right for your hips. We build on to the leg strength. All right, hold right here. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Again, another great workout. I love using the ball to help develop leg strength. It's an excellent tool that doesn't add a lot of extra stress to your joints and helps to improve mobility. These exercises are great to get you started building leg strength. If you generally do exercises from a standing position or more intense leg strengthening exercises, the exercises in this video will be a nice complement to your training. We program a variety of strength exercises using various training techniques in our virtual live classes. The exercises are fun and the group support will keep you motivated. I hope to meet you in one of our live classes. See you next time.